The KYCA Sports Spectacular is on the air. Tonight's game features the Bradshaw Mountain Bears against the Mingus Marauders in boys and girls varsity basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Blind Brothers, House Chilson and Associates, Todd Klein Realty, Olson's for Healthy Animals, Arizona Seamless Gutters, and Prescott's True Value. Now with the call of tonight's game, here's KYCA's John Rust.
Mountain High School here in Prescott Valley. John Rust with you as we get you set for tonight's Grand Canyon Region action between Bradshaw Mountain and Mingus. And I believe we're going to have the national anthem now, or I think there might be some technical difficulties with the sound system, so we'll see. And yes, we are going ahead with the national anthem right now. National anthem performed here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. We are in the Bear Den as we have an intra-county battle ready for you folks tonight. Thank you very much for joining us on the KYCA live stream. Bradshaw Mountain going up against Mingus. The Lady Bears, they are coming into this contest with a record of 6-10 on the season. Meanwhile, Mingus girls, they are still looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-8. In fact, both these teams were in action right after Christmas. Both Mingus and Bradshaw Mountain taking part in the Lady Badger Winter Classic just down Highway 69 at Prescott High School, which is actually where we're going to be Thursday night. Prescott taking on Lee Williams. Right now, however, doubleheader time for Bradshaw Mountain and Mingus. Girls starting us off. Right after this game, we will bring you the boys contest between the Bears and the Marauders. Peyton Bradshaw in the tip-off circle for Bradshaw Mountain. Doing the honors for Mingus will be number 11, Chase Dirksen. Dirksen averaging just over 8 points per game for the Marauders. And ball is won by Bradshaw Mountain. That is Casey Clinton with it over to Brindley Kidd. Kidd pass on the inside to Sierra Woolley. Woolley up off the basket, no shot. Goes for a second attempt, no good. Peyton Bradshaw with the jumper, it's good. Peyton Bradshaw for two, and just like that, Bears are on the board, 2-zip. And here come the Marauders. Number 24, Kobe Medor. Over to Dirksen. Dirksen pass on the inside. Stripped away by number 23, Casey Clinton. Bradshaw with the ball. Bradshaw in the home whites. Mingus in the road black and reds. Bounce pass, Woolley to Bradshaw. Bradshaw almost loses it. Now kicks it out to Kendall Newton. On the inside, ball stolen by Mingus. That was number 5, Yaz Mestis. Now over to number 4, Jade Bach. Ball intercepted again by Bradshaw Mountain. Brindley Kidd going into the paint. Now just flips it over to Bradshaw. Over to Newton. Newton with the jumper. Off the backboard, no good. Falls through the arms of number 24, Medor. She's still able to reel it in. 2-0 Mingus with, or 2-0 Bradshaw, with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Dirksen over to number 5, Yaz Mestis. And now back to Medor on the inside of Dirksen. Pass intercepted again by Bradshaw Mountain. 3 steals for the Bears here in the early going. Peyton Bradshaw moving into the paint. Now gets it over to Casey Clinton. Clinton into the paint to Sierra Woolley. Bounce pass over to Clinton. And now Woolley with the jumper. That one falls through, and they're going to count the basket as Woolley got fouled. So give 2 to Sierra Woolley. Actually, correction, I thought the officials said the basket counted. Apparently not. So it's still 2-0 Mingus. Now Woolley with the shot off the backboard. It's good. Okay, that one counted. So Sierra Woolley this time does get the basket and the foul, and she will go to the line to complete the 3-point play. Sierra Woolley shooting 60% from the stripe so far this season. She is 15 for 25. And just misses on that one. Rebound by Bradshaw. Kidd with it on the outside. Now to Peyton Bradshaw. She moves in to the paint. Double team. Ball gets away from her. Loose ball. Who's going to win it? And we're going to get a jump ball as Kendall Newton and number 24, Kobe Medor, fought on the floor for that one. It'll be Mingus possession. Dirksen over to Medor. Medor passes it, and it's knocked down by Sierra Woolley. Woolley runs after it, but can't get a grip on the ball, and it falls out of bounds. But a nice block there by Sierra Woolley. One of the defensive stars for Bradshaw Mountain. Dirksen with the ball. And she'll get that one over to Medor. With 5:40 to go in the first quarter, 4-zip Bradshaw. Bounce pass on the inside. Dirksen turns, shoots through traffic. No good. Peyton Bradshaw gets the rebound. Flips it over Sierra Woolley. Here come the Bears. Newton on the inside to Casey Clinton. Ball intercepted by Mingus. And I think that was Bach who had the ball, but it looked like she stepped out of bounds. So possession will go back to Bradshaw Mountain, and it will be Bradshaw to inbound. Peyton Bradshaw. Newton over to Brinley Kidd. Now Kidd moves toward the paint. Casey Clinton with the jumper, no good. Dirksen grabs the rebound. Now Medor coming to the half-court line. Sierra Woolley in her path. Ball knocked away and stolen by Sierra Woolley. And now the ball almost stolen by Mingus. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Bradshaw Mountain with 5:02 remaining in the first quarter. 4-0 the score. Bradshaw Mountain on top. The points courtesy of Peyton Bradshaw and Sierra Woolley. Peyton Bradshaw, the lone senior on this Lady Bear team, averaging just under 7 points per game. Sierra Woolley, meanwhile, averaging 4.7 points per game. May not score a lot for Bradshaw, but she gets the job done in a lot of other departments. Woolley this season, 82 rebounds for her, 37 assists, 56 steals. In fact, you look through the stats here for this Bradshaw Mountain team, and that seems to be their forte, stealing the ball away from the opposition. We've already seen that here in the early going. Bradshaw inbounds to Brinley Kidd. Kidd moving inside through traffic. Kicks it out to Peyton Bradshaw with the jumper. Just misses, and Dirksen gets the rebound for the Marauders. Medor. Past the half-court line. Knocked away by Woolley and stolen by Woolley. Now to Bradshaw. Double teamed. And it looks like traveling will be called on Peyton Bradshaw. Now, I think that is Sierra Woolley's second or third steal of the game. She's actually had a couple games this season where she's had 9 steals. Now Dirksen moves into the paint, double teamed, knocked down, And that's either going to be Woolley or Clinton to pick up the foul for Bradshaw. And they're going to give it to Sierra Woolley. That's her first foul of the night. First foul overall for Bradshaw Mountain. Jumper by the Marauders. No dice. They try for a second attempt. No good. Medor with the rebound. Bradshaw trying to strip the ball away from her. She turns. She shoots. No good. And Woolley gets the rebound for the Bears. Coming down the near side. Dirksen right on her. Ball knocked away. Sierra Woolley gets it back. And it's stolen by the Marauders. Here comes Bach down the far side. Stolen by the Bears! Kendall Newton committing grand theft basketball on that one. Now Bradshaw to Woolley. Woolley with the jumper from the line. No good. And the Marauders get the rebound. That's Yaz Mestis getting it over to Medor. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. 4-0 Bradshaw. Dirksen with it for Mingus. Ball loose and picked up by Sierra Woolley. Here comes Peyton Bradshaw, past the half-court line. Jumper by Brindley Kidd, it's good! The tray for the Kid. 7-0 Bradshaw Mountain with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. And stolen by Bradshaw. It's Brindley Kidd. Or actually, correction, that is Kendall Newton who stole it. Now with the jumper, it's good. Kendall Newton for 2. Right now, Bradshaw Mountain acting like a bunch of pickpockets. They are stealing the ball almost at will against Mingus. Jumper by the Marauders. Number 13, Sweeney, off the rim. No good. Here comes Brindley Kidd. Kidd in the paint, takes the shot off the backboard, no good, loose ball, Bach gets it. Now Bach trying to get through a double team, tries to swing, Woolley blocks her off. And the ball stolen again by Bradshaw, this time it's Casey Clinton, gets it over to Brindley Kidd. Out to Newton with 2:28 to go in the first quarter of a 9-0 game, all 9 to Bradshaw. Kidd over to Woolley, almost knocked away by Medor. Woolley goes for 3. Doesn't get the bounce, but Mingus gets the rebound. That's Yaz Mestis. Getting it over to Medor. Now Medor, bounce pass and a kick save by Kidd. Well, that would work out well in the NHL, but this ain't the NHL, so... Out of bounds, it'll be Mingus possession. Chase Dirksen, the junior, and the team's leading rebounder will inbound for the Marauders. Medor has it. Mingus looking for their first points of the game. Bounce pass on the inside, turn, shot, it's good! Number 21, Olivia Gordon putting that one in for the Marauders, and they're finally on the board, 9-2, Bears on top. Here's the jumper by Clinton, no good. Peyton Bradshaw gets the rebound. Triple teamed is Bradshaw. Now a hot potato in the air, ball knocked around. Who's going to get it? And it will be Mingus. After all that rolling around on the floor and the ball rolling all over the place, the Marauders finally get it. Coming inside is Medor, taking the running shot, no good, and it looks like Medor got fouled on her way up. So the junior will head to the line and shoot 2. Peyton Bradshaw going to get nailed for the foul there for Bradshaw Mountain. Medor's first shot gets the good bounce off the backboard. 9-3 the score. Mingus trailing by 6. As Tyler Greenway into the game for the Lady Bears. Also into the game, Kaylee Hillig. And Ellie Bennett as well. Second shot hits the mark for Kobe Medor. 9-4 as Mingus starts to play catch up to the Bears. Hillig makes her move into the paint. Takes the running shot, no good. Rebound by the Marauders. Now a loose ball. Mingus still able to retain possession. Medor has it. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Pass on the inside. Dirksen turns, shoots. Looked like the ball got tipped there by Clinton. And here come the Bears. Brindley Kidd bounces over to Hillig. Hillig moving inside. Through traffic, gets the pass over to Greenway. Now to Kidd. Kidd going for three. Skips off the rim, no good. Loose ball, and Brindley Kidd able to haul it in. She gets it over to Clinton. Now the pass to Hillig. Hillig heading to the baseline. Gets it to Kidd. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bennett. Clinton. Now Clinton moving into the paint. Has a lane. Takes the scoop shot. No good. Fight for the rebound between Dirksen and Clinton, and they're going to call a jump ball. Casey Clinton with a perfect lane right to the basket, just couldn't get it in. So still 9-4 the score, Bradshaw, 10 seconds to go. It'll be Tyler Greenway to inbound the ball. She gets it over to Clinton. Clinton hands it off to Kidd. Now to Hillig. Hillig loses the ball. Kidd picks it up. Bennett. Kidd. 1 second to go. Kidd with the shot. Hits the backboard. No good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Bradshaw Mountain on top, 9-4. We will take a 30-second break here, and we'll be back with more action between Bradshaw and Mingus after this.
Help around the house is just around the corner at the store with outstanding bargains of the month, Prescott True Value. This is Suzanne Springer. It's winter and our feathered friends would love a birdseed lunch. Get a 20-pound bag of wild birdseed or a 10-pound bag of black sunflower seeds. Your choice, $4.99 each. The neighborhood birds will be singing your praises. Make your dogs happy with a 47-pound bag of Alpo Prime Cuts, only $19.99. Discover more New Year's savings at PrescottTrueValue.com or visit us at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
Welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here as the Lady Bears got out to a 9-0 lead to start this game. Mingus slowly but surely trying to claw their way back into it. 9-4 is our score as we get set for quarter number 2 in our basketball doubleheader tonight. We thank you for joining us here on the KYCA live stream from wherever you are in Prescott Valley, in Prescott, up in Cottonwood, over in Michigan. I think that's where Bradshaw coach Rick Haltom said his daughter is tuning us in tonight. So the Marauders will inbound to get things going here in the second quarter. Medore comes past the half-court line as Kendall Newton and Sierra Woolley get ready to check back into the game for the Bears. Bounce pass to Dirksen, going for the jumper, off the backboard, it's good! Nice bank shot there by Chase Dirksen. 9-6 as Mingus closes in on Bradshaw Mountain. Brindley Kidd, bounce pass inside to Hillig. Hillig taking the shot, skips off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, Bradshaw Mountain comes up with it. Bennett, Hillig going to the baseline, and Kaylee Hillig gets called for the travel. Woolley and Newton back into the game for Bradshaw Mountain as the Marauders inbound. Dirksen over to Medore. Now Medore trying to get around Hillig. Bounces it over to Maddie Mathis. Mathis into the paint, taking the jumper. It's good! And Mingus now on an 8-0 run. As it is a one-point game. Woolley for three. It's good! Sierra Woolley nailing the three and extending the Bradshaw Mountain lead to 12-8. Marauders with the ball at the baseline. Double team. Dirksen going for the jumper and doesn't get the good roll. Newton does get the rebound. Gets it over to the freshman Ellie Bennett. Bennett to Hillig. Ball over Hillig's hand and out of bounds. 12-8 our score. Bradshaw Mountain on top thanks to the second three for the Bears, courtesy of Sierra Woolley. Ball now in the hands of Cicely Herrera. Over to Gordon. Gordon from the far side. Pass inside to Medor through a double team, and they're going to say that Medor got fouled going up. The basket will count. And looks like they are going to give that foul to number 22, Kendall Newton. Kobe Medor, 4 points for her tonight. She makes it a 12-10 game. Mingus down by 2. We'll try to make it a 1-point game. Fails to do so as the ball rolls off the rim. And before Hillig can keep that ball from going out of bounds, well, it goes out of bounds. And now Dirksen will inbound for the Marauders as Casey Clinton checks back into the game. Kaylee Hillig coming out for the Bears. Dirksen gets that one over to Medor. Medor with the jumper from the line. Falls short. Dirksen with the rebound. She can't put it in. And the ball bounces out of bounds, and it will be Bradshaw possession. 12-10 with 6:13 to go in the second quarter. John Rust with you here on our Bradshaw Mountain Basketball live stream on KYCA.info. Bounce over to Woolley. Woolley turns, gets it over to Clinton. Clinton off the glass, no good. And the rebound out of bounds before Mathis can pick it up. So it will be Bradshaw Mountain to inbound with just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. 12-10 the score. Bradshaw up by 2. Bradshaw Mountain got out to a 9-0 lead to start this game out. Now Woolley through traffic, taking the shot, and Woolley gets the good bounce. 14-10. Bradshaw Mountain on top with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Mathis bounces it over to Bach. Now to Herrera. Herrera coming at the baseline, gets it to Medor. Medor has it knocked down by Sierra Woolley, and they're going to call a jump ball. Sierra Woolley, Johnny on the spot. Well, I guess maybe Woolley on the spot. That would be more accurate. I'll tell you what, though, Sierra Woolley, she definitely makes her presence felt on defense for the Bears. Peyton Bradshaw to inbound for Bradshaw. She gets it over to Kendall Newton, takes it past the half-court line. Ellie Bennett, pass on the inside to Newton, bounces over to Woolley, to Bradshaw. Bradshaw going for 3, it's good! Peyton Bradshaw nailing the tray, making it 17-10 as the Bradshaw offense starts to heat up again. Bach moving inside. Woolley knocking the ball down on that shot. Oh, and the referee says that Woolley got a piece of Bach. Well, Sierra Woolley doing a little Eric Cartman there, saying you will respect my authority, but a little too much authority. As Bach misses on the first shot. Second foul of the evening for Miss Woolley. And she'll take a breather on the bench. Bach with her second free throw attempt, and that one is good. 17-11. Bradshaw up by 6. Newton with the ball. Gets it over to Kidd. Kidd going for 3. It's good! Brindley Kidd with her second tray of the night. 4 3-pointers for Bradshaw Mountain. It's 20-11 in favor of the Bears, who steal the ball away. Newton looking for someone to pass that one to. She's trying to set up the offense. Now bounces it over to Peyton Bradshaw. Over to number 42, Shannon Moore. To Bradshaw. Bradshaw moving around the paint. Gets it over to Newton. Bradshaw. Pass to Newton. Newton with the jumper. Skips off the rim. No good. Battle for the rebound. Bach has it now for Mingus. Lead pass over to Dirksen. She just gets a handle on it before it goes out of bounds. Or keeping it from going out of bounds. Now Medor. And the ball knocked away by Brindley Kidd. She picks it up. Bounce pass to Clinton. Clinton passes it over to Shannon Moore. Moore off the glass. No good. And Mathis gets the rebound. Bradshaw trying to knock it out of her hands. Mathis able to get that one over to Mestis. Now Dirksen has it. 3:40 to go here in the second quarter, 20-11 in favor of the Bears. Now Dirksen with the jumper, it's good! Chase Dirksen for two. And we are going to get a timeout for Bradshaw Mountain, full timeout. So we'll take a 30-second break here with 3:30 to go in the second quarter. 2013 Bradshaw. We'll be back after this.
Hello, this is Greg with Blind Brothers Arizona. You ever get that feeling that good old-fashioned customer service is something of the past? I do. It's frustrating when you call someone and they just don't get back to you. Well, that's not the case when you call us at Blind Brothers Arizona. We not only get back to you, we even come out and show you window treatment samples at your home or business. From the best American-made products, shutters, and drapes, we're the company to call. And we're proud to have great reviews online from our customers. Blind Brothers Arizona, the originals. That's blindbrothersaz.com.
We are back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School here in Prescott Valley. John Rust with you. Thank you very much for joining us here on our KYCA live stream. Our doubleheader of basketball tonight. After the girls' game, we will bring you the boys' game here on KYCA.info. The full timeout coming to an end for Bradshaw Mountain. They lead by 7, 20-13. Bradshaw Mountain looking to try and gain some ground in the Grand Canyon region standings. They have a 1-2 region record. Mingus, well, they're just looking to try to get their first win. They definitely don't want to go down 0-3 in region play. Newton with a bounce pass to Bradshaw. And now a battle between Bradshaw and Mestis. Mestis yanking the ball out of Peyton Bradshaw's hands and flinging it away. And maybe not the strength battle you want to get into with Peyton Bradshaw. Not exactly dainty out there. She's a pretty tough customer. Also a pretty good volleyball player too, as Bradshaw again steals the ball away. And here come the Bears. Newton bounces it over to Bradshaw at the near corner. Bradshaw making her move inside. Bounce pass stolen by Mingus. Here come the Marauders down court. That is number 5, Mestis, who puts it in on the steal. Kind of a gift basket there for Mingus, but Yaz Mestis gets the job done, making it a 5-point game, 20-15. Casey Clinton hands that one off to Rachel Supergan. Supergan standing near the line, bounces that one over to Clinton. Clinton into the paint, through traffic, one-handed shot, in and out of the basket. And Clinton and one of the other Marauders, looked like that was Dylan Sweeney battling for the ball. And it will be Bradshaw Mountain possession. Ellie Bennett to inbound. And she is going to get that one to Hillig. Hillig through traffic, and they're going to call a travel as Kaylee Hillig had about 3 girls around her. Just no room to maneuver. It looked like she might have taken a stutter step there. Possession Marauders. Roderick getting the ball over to Mathis. Mathis past the half-court line. Rachel Supergan right after her. Shot by Sweeney, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that it was Newton who touched it. And Hannah Roderick, the senior, will inbound for the Marauders with 2:10 to go in the second quarter. 20-15, Bears up by 5. Now Bach is going to come in and inbound. Shot knocked down by Bennett, and now Roderick steals the ball from Bennett. Off the glass, and it's good. Hannah Roderick stealing the ball away from Bennett and putting it through for 2. 20-17, Marauders trail by 3. $1:50 to go in the second quarter. Three-pointer, it is good by Kendall Newton. 5th tray of the night for Bradshaw Mountain. First for Newton, it's 23-17 Bears. $1:35 to go in the second quarter. Mestis gets that one over to Sweeney. Now Bach loses the ball, but right there to pick it up is Mathis. Mathis with Supergan all over her. Now Mathis moving inside, loses the ball, stolen by the Bears. Ellie Bennett, and now Bennett loses the ball, and we got to fight for it on the floor. And they're going to call jump ball as Bennett and Mestis were going at it. Ellie Bennett, she will inbound. Actually, they're going to say it's Marauder ball. Ellie Bennett, the freshman, averaging 5.1 points per game. Heck of a freshman season for her. Mathis goes for the shot, through traffic, no good. And it skips off the fingertips of the freshman Bennett, goes out of bounds, and it will be Mingus to inbound. Bach in, or Bach out, I should say. Chase Dirksen in. And Dirksen will inbound for the Marauders. Okay, never mind. It's actually going to be Hannah Rodriguez as we play musical players here to see who will inbound. Mestis. Bouncing ball. Dirksen has it. Dirksen, the ball knocked away as she made that shot. That was Shannon Moore who got a hand on it. Moore, who's one of the top athletes on the Bradshaw Mountain swim team, getting the job done here on the hardwood. Dirksen almost traveled there. Now Mathis with the shot off the rim, no good. Under a minute to play. And the third time is the charm for the Marauders as Dirksen puts it through. 23-19 Bradshaw, 48 ticks to go in the first half. Supergan goes for three. No good, but a rebound by Newton. Bounces it over to Hillig. Now to Newton. Newton from the arc, taking the shot, falls short and bounces out of bounds. Inbound to Mathis. Now Mathis trying to get around the defense. Hands it off to Dirksen with 23 seconds to go. No look pass to Mathis, and Mathis unable to get that ball from Mestis. And now Bradshaw with it. Newton, past tip-off circle. Now she's going to go for three. It's good! Swisha for Kendall Newton. Her second tray of the night makes it 26-19 Bradshaw. Ball stolen by Newton. Newton through a double team, taking the shot. Off the glass, no good. And that will do it for the first half of play here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. Our score, Bradshaw Mountain 26, Mingus 19 as we go into halftime. So we'll take about a 10-minute break here on our live stream. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on the KYCA live stream. I'm John Rust. We'll be back with the second half of action between Bradshaw Mountain and Mingus.
You do your best to protect your loved ones, and while you may keep a fresh battery in your smoke detector and have a reliable home security system, there's a whole different type of protection you may be missing. A life insurance policy from Auto Owners Insurance is a way to safeguard your loved ones now and in the future. Meet with your local independent agent and secure a policy today to protect theirs tomorrow. Hi, this is Corey Roseman with House Chilson Insurance. Come see us today at 400 White Spire Road or call 445-4600.
Whew, it's a new year, and with that comes great expectations. This is Steve Seshka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Good nutrition cures a lot of ills and keeps healthy pets and barnyard buddies at their very best. We at Olson's do more than just sell food and supplies. We provide peace of mind. We're always there to answer your questions and are partners with you to enhance your animal experience. We also think that when you shop, you're not just here to get a bag of food. More and more of you want to add brick and mortar to your shopping experience because doing business in a place like Olson's expands your community connection. Here at Olson's, we think local, we speak local, and we care local. And you're not just doing business locally, you're doing business with locals. We do things like feed all the law enforcement canines in Yavapai and Coconino counties for free because we know that budgets are tight. We're Olson's for Healthy Animals in Chino, Prescott, Dewey, Flagstaff, and Clarkdale, where since 1979, good enough just isn't.
Todd Klein with Klein Properties and Investments has been helping veterans with their home selling and buying needs for over 18 years right here in Prescott. As a veteran himself, Todd Klein understands your needs and your questions. That's why Todd Klein is Prescott's real estate authority when it comes to helping sellers and buyers with their biggest financial transaction. Todd is a trusted expert, netting his sellers 5% more money and selling 5 times faster than the average agent. Why should you risk working with any other agent when you can have the best working hard for you? Call Todd Klein and he'll show you his Guaranteed Sold program, ensuring your success every time. If Todd Klein can't sell your home at your agreed to upfront price, he will buy it himself, guaranteed in writing. That's because Todd already has thousands of ready buyers in his exclusive database looking to buy right now. Call Todd Klein today at 928-443-8503. That's 928-443-8503.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is halftime here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. We're about halfway through halftime. With the score, the Bradshaw Mountain varsity girls leading, the Lady Bears leading Mingus 26-19 after a 9-0 run at the beginning. This is Jason Zenzaletta, General Manager of KYCA. If you're listening right now, we just wanted to take a few moments to let you know that if you haven't been watching the news in the last hour or so, we are hearing reports that there is a missile attack going on against U.S. forces in Iraq based from Iran. So apparently the retaliation is beginning. We don't know much. Apparently, according to Fox News, Iran launched more than a dozen missiles into Iraq targeting U.S. and coalition forces. We don't know much about a response. I'm hearing things from various sources that there are air assets in the air from both the United States, coalition forces, and Iran as well. But we don't hear anything official at this point, except that U.S. facilities apparently have been attacked in Iraq by more than a dozen ballistic missiles. This is as per Fox News within the last hour. So keep an eye on the news. We will try and keep you apprised during breaks and half times and between the games here on KYCA's live stream. And of course, tune in at the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour. We'll have live reports from Fox News on 1490 AM, 103.5 FM. And also, if there's anything very large breaking stories, we will bring them to you here on KYCA Radio this evening. But once again, that's the latest from Fox News. So for the next few minutes, we're going to go ahead and close things down here for just a few moments. We'll have John Rust in the second half of the Lady Bears and Lady Marauders game going on in just a few moments here on the News 1490, 103.5 FM live stream, and that's KYCA. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we're going to have a heck of a lot more coming. The boys' game is coming up right after the girls are finished, so be sure to tune in for all of it here on KYCA. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit. If you don't hear anything, that's okay. We're just shutting mics off for a few moments. Thanks for joining us here on the News 1490, 103.5 FM, and live streamed around the world, KYCA.
When it comes to protecting your home from damage caused by faulty gutters, make the wise choice. Call Arizona Seamless Gutters. Don't waste money on gutters that might not stand Arizona's harsh weather. Hello friends, this is Travis Stedman, owner of Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have gutters in all price ranges and gutter accessories including gutter covers and rain barrels. Our custom gutters are better than factory because they are tailor-made for your home. Call 778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality products, people, and service you can count on.
Folks, welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here, along with the Zinzaletta team, running all the technical stuff. We thank, of course, we thank them for all the help there. Without them, this broadcast wouldn't even be on the airwaves. Third quarter coming up here. Bradshaw Mountain on top. It is 26-19. Again, we thank you very much for joining us here on our KYCA live stream. After the girls' game, we will be bringing you the boys' contest between Bradshaw and Mingus. Pretty evenly distributed scoring-wise for Bradshaw Mountain. Kendall Newton leading the way with 8 points. 6 points for Brindley Kidd, 5 apiece for Sierra Woolley and Peyton Bradshaw. Chase Dirksen has 6 for Mingus. Kobe Medor, 4 points. Brindley Kidd has the ball to get things going. Bradshaw now moving right to left across your screen. Bounce pass to Sierra Woolley on the inside. Bounce pass to Clinton. And a bounce off the rim that doesn't go in. And who's going to get the rebound? It's going to be Mingus after Clinton gets Medor in a bear hug. And no, Casey, wrestling is going to be in this gym tomorrow, not tonight. First foul of the night for Casey Clinton, as Kobe Medor has the ball for the Marauders. Bounces it over to Dirksen. Dirksen double teamed. She's able to break out of it. Long pass over to Mestis. Mestis trying to get around Peyton Bradshaw. And now Medor. Medor moving inside through Woolley. Takes a shot off the glass. No good. Kendall Newton gets the ball for Bradshaw. Pass the half-court line. Pass over to Peyton Bradshaw. Bradshaw going for 3. It's good. Peyton Bradshaw nailing the tray. And it's 29-19, 10-point lead for the Bears. 6 3-pointers tonight for Bradshaw Mountain. Big miss there by Mingus, but Dirksen gets the rebound, and Dirksen does not get the putback. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Mingus possession as Bach was trying to get that ball. Looks like she tipped it off of a Bradshaw player. And now Medor. There's a shot by Mestis. No good. Casey Clinton with the rebound. Over to Brindley Kidd. Kidd down the far side for the Bears. Now going for 3. Almost a long-range 3, and Dirksen gets the rebound for Mingus. 6:35 to go here in the third quarter. It is 29-19 Bradshaw. Medor through the double team to Mestis. Now back to Medor. Medor getting around Kidd. Now to Bach. Bach near the baseline, taking the shot. Blocked by Sierra Woolley. And now here comes Peyton Bradshaw. Long pass to Kidd. Kidd almost loses the ball. Gets it back. Now dishes it off to Bradshaw. Woolley, top of the key. Comes in, and we're going to get a whistle on the play. And it looks like Peyton Bradshaw going to pick up a foul away from the play. That's a second personal foul against Peyton Bradshaw this game. So Dirksen to inbound for the Marauders with 6:09 to go in the third quarter of a 29-19 game. Bradshaw Mountain with the lead. Ball ricochets off a couple players. Brindley Kidd comes up with it. Kidd to the basket. Bounces it to Newton, taking the shot. I think Newton got pushed as she made that shot, but no call. Dirksen with the rebound for the Marauders. Gets it over to Medor. Medor to Bach. Bach trying to get past Bradshaw. Now Bach double team. Pinned into the corner. Can't get around Newton. And now ball rolls away. Picked up by Newton. Newton past the half-court line, trying to get around Mestis. Newton in the paint, taking the shot. Newton sinks it, and Newton gets fouled on the way up. And Kendall Newton in double digits for Bradshaw. She's got 10 points, looking for 11. Kendall Newton this year is the team leader in scoring, averaging 7.4 points per game. And can't get that one in, but Sierra Woolley gets the rebound, and Sierra Woolley gets the putback for 2. 33-19 in favor of Bradshaw, and they steal the ball away from the Marauders. Lead pass to Newton. Newton in the paint, taking the hook shot. No good. Medor gets the rebound. Bounce pass Over to number 21, Gordon. And the ball stolen away by Peyton Bradshaw. And here comes Bradshaw flying into the paint. Double team, taking the shot off the backboard. No good. Casey Clinton trying to keep it in bounds. And I thought the official said it might have gone off a Mingus player, but no, it will be Marauder ball. And it will be a 30-second timeout called by Mingus. After tonight, Mingus, their next game will be on Friday. They will be taking on Coconino. That's going to be certainly a challenge for the Marauders. Coconino, they are in first place in the Grand Canyon region. And by the way, the state PowerPoints, the first PowerPoint rankings of the season came out just today. Coconino ranked number 10 in the state. And speaking of Coconino, the Panthers are in action tonight in Flagstaff, and they're taking on Prescott. Girls playing right now, and the boys will get going up there around 7. And we will have Prescott basketball for you Thursday over at the PHS Gymnasium. The Badgers will be hosting Lee Williams. Again, that'll be a approximately 5:30 start time on the KYCA.info live stream Thursday night from Prescott. Dirksen with the ball under a double team. Loose ball. Dirksen picks it up. Now gets it over to Sweeney, to Dirksen. Now Mathis moving through traffic to Gordon. Knocked down by Clinton. And Peyton Bradshaw gets the ball for the Bears with 4:35 to go in the third quarter. 33-19 in favor of the Bears. Bradshaw trying to get around Sweeney. Now pass over to Woolley. Woolley ducking around Dirksen. Takes the shot. Gets the good roll and gets the foul. And Sierra Woolley with a chance to get into double digits tonight. And she goes for the three-point play. Woolley now with 9 on the night. So that gives her 9 tonight. Hey, wasn't that a song by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band? Woolley from the line. Misses on that one. Woolley 0 for 2 tonight from the stripe. Still, she does get the 2 points. 35-19 Bradshaw. As the Bears steal the ball again, Peyton Bradshaw lobbing it over to Woolley. Woolley moving inside. Woolley through traffic. Oh, they're going to call double team on Sierra Woolley. Chase Dirksen gets it over to Maddie Mathis, the sophomore. Mathis over to the far side. Bounce pass almost stolen by Casey Clinton, but the ball pops out of her hands and goes out of bounds. So Chase Dirksen to inbound for the Lady Bears. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 35-19 Bradshaw. Bounce pass inside, almost knocked away by the Bears. And that one stolen by Peyton Bradshaw, who gets it over to Woolley. Long pass over to number 14, Greenway. And a 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and right through the hoop it goes for Tyler Greenway. Her first 2 of the night, making it 37-19 Bradshaw. And now Peyton Bradshaw just ripping that ball away from Bach. Over to Newton. Newton off the glass. Oh, doesn't get the good roll. But Sierra Woolley gets the rebound and puts it in for 2. 39-19, the Bears staking out a 20-point lead over the Marauders. Herrera with it. Now to Mathis, taking the jumper. Skips off the rim, no good. Rebound by Clinton, who gets pushed by Dirksen, no call. Bounce pass from Bradshaw over to Newton. Newton now bounces it over to Tyler Greenway, and Greenway can't get it in, but Woolley gets the rebound in the near corner. Now Woolley driving the lane, bounce pass, and Casey Clinton getting fouled on her way up. And it looks like it's going to be Yaz Mestis who gets called for the foul from Mingus, her second of the night, as Clinton unable to put that ball through. Casey Clinton so far has been held scoreless in this game. She's averaging 5.4 points per game. Kendall Newton coming out of the game for a spell. Second shot coming up by the sophomore Clinton, and that one goes through. And Casey Clinton is no longer held scoreless in this game. 40-19 as Bradshaw knocks the ball away. Hillig, and now the ball stolen by Mestis as Hillig and Medore actually have a semi-collision on the floor. Looked like for a moment Medore got the knee of Hillig right in her temple. But it looks like Medore's okay. Mingus to inbound. It'll be Chase Dirksen with 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Kobe Medore, who has 4 points tonight. And whistle on the play. And it will be Bradshaw Mountain possession. Woolley to take it out, and she'll just bounce that over to Brindley Kidd. Kidd, 6 points tonight. She has a pair of trays, bounces it inside to Woolley. Woolley spins over to Clinton. Clinton off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's Medore who gets it. And Medore bounces it over to Herrera, who looks like wasn't expecting that, but she was still able to reel it in before it goes out of bounds. Gets past Woolley inside, and the ball looks like it hit off the foot of Greenway and went out of bounds. So Cicely Herrera, the junior, will inbound right in front of her own bench with 2:11 to go in the third quarter. 40-19, Bradshaw Mountain on top. Dirksen, pass on the inside, and she passes it right to Kaylee Hillig. Now Hillig, bounce pass on the far side to Kidd. Kidd moving inside, gets it over to Clinton. Clinton with the jumper. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by Sierra Woolley, who comes flying in. Woolley takes the shot. And it looks like the call going to go against Bradshaw Mountain. So Maddie Mathis to inbound with $1:52 to go in the third quarter. Over to Medore. Up to the half-court line. Pass over to Roderick. Bounces away from Roderick, but right back to Medore. Now pass over to Mathis. Almost loses it. Gets it over to Herrera. Herrera goes for the shot. Tipped away by Kaylee Hillig. And it'll be Mingus to inbound. Medore to Roderick. Roderick double-teamed. She comes out, now passes that one over to Dylan Sweeney. Over to Mathis. Mathis hauls it in one-handed. To Roderick. Bennett right in front of her. Now Roderick going for the jumper. It's good! Hannah Roderick, 2 points. She has 4 total tonight. 40-21 Bears. Kidd on the inside, off the glass, gets the good bounce. It's good! Brindley Kidd coming right back with 2 of her own, making it 42-21 Bears. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Herrera coming toward the baseline, and it looked like the ball, it looked like Herrera kicked the ball, but they're going to say Kaylee Hillig came up from behind and gave her a shove. So first foul of the night called against Kaylee Hillig. Sierra Woolley going to sit out the rest of this quarter. Shannon Moore coming in to spell her. Medore to Mathis with the jumper from the paint. It's good! Maddie Mathis for 2, 42-23 Bradshaw. 4 points tonight for Mathis. Shannon Moore hands it off to Kidd. Kidd thought about a 3, now moving inside. Bounce pass, and ball gets loose, picked up by Hillig. To Bennett. Bennett going for 3. It's good! The freshman Ellie Bennett sinking the tray. 45-23 Bears. It is raining threes here tonight as Medore's pass goes off the foot of Brindley Kidd. When I get a spell, I'm going to count up the total number of threes Bradshaw Mountain has. It's going to take some time because math isn't my strong suit, of course. And a block called against Kaylee Hillig. 8 3-pointers tonight for Bradshaw Mountain. And 3 fouls tonight for Hillig. Mingus inbound. Herrera spinning around the traffic. Ball knocked away from her, and I think from her reaction, Brinley Kidd just got charged with a foul. No, they're going to call it against Kaylee Hillig. Jason Zinzaletta's looking over at me, kind of shrugging his shoulders. I think he was like, yeah, I thought Brinley Kidd got that foul too, the way she was reacting. First free throw by Herrera, no good. So that's 4 fouls tonight for Kaylee Hillig. Second free throw by Herrera. That one is good. 45-24. Mingus trailing. Brinley Kidd coming down court. Probably going to go for one last shot here before time expires. Greenway with the jumper off. Actually misses the basket entirely. Mingus gets it. Sweeney hurls it down court. Looking more like a football pass than a basketball throw. But that'll do it for the third quarter with the score 45-24. Bradshaw Mountain on top. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with quarter number 4 after this.
Help around the house is just around the corner at the store with outstanding bargains of the month, Prescott True Value. This is Suzanne Springer. It's winter and our feathered friends would love a birdseed lunch. Get a 20-pound bag of wild birdseed or a 10-pound bag of black sunflower seeds. Your choice, $4.99 each. The neighborhood birds will be singing your praises. Make your dogs happy with a 47-pound bag of Alpo Prime Cuts, only $19.99. Discover more New Year's savings at PrescottTrueValue.com or visit us at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
And we're back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you. Thank you very much for joining us here on our KYCA live stream. Our first basketball live stream of calendar year 2020. And we've got plenty more to come for you, folks. Thursday, we're going to be at Prescott High School as the Badgers, both the boys and girls, will take on Lee Williams. Next Tuesday, we are right back here in the Bear Den. And it's the big one, Prescott versus Bradshaw Mountain. That game will be live streamed, and it will also be on our radio side at KYCA, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, which you can also tune into for all the latest local and national news, talk, and sports. And right now we have some kind of delay going on here. I don't know if there's something going on. There's something going on at the scorekeeper's table. Really don't know what this is all about. If we had another microphone here, maybe I could throw it down to the scorekeeper's table and find out. But now, my aim isn't very good, and I'd probably wind up hitting someone on the head, and then I'd be ejected from the premises, and that wouldn't be good. One of the Bradshaw assistant coaches has her scorebook and is showing it to the official. So again, I am really not. I'm wondering if it might be something to do with who has what fouls. Because again, the fourth foul that was credited to Kaylee Hillig, we thought that might have been against Brinley Kidd. Again, this is just pure speculation, and I could be 100% off the mark on this, but. Again, something going on. We have no idea what it is. We apologize, folks. But whatever it is, I guess it got worked out because I think we're finally ready to get back to action. Mingus will inbound, and it will be Maddie Mathis to take it out. Mathis with 4 points tonight for the Marauders. She gets it to Kobe Medor. Back to Mathis. Pass on the inside to Roderick. Now kicks it out to Medor. Cicely Herrera coming near the baseline, taking the jumper, falls way off target. Rebound by Sierra Woolley, but the ball goes out of bounds. I think it was knocked out of her hands by Herrera, and Peyton Bradshaw will inbound. 45-24, Bears on top here in the fourth stanza. As the Bears looking to go 2-2 in Grand Canyon Region play. And start off 1-0 in calendar year 2020. Jumper for three by Ellie Bennett, and that one goes through. Kisses some glass, and Ellie Bennett gets her second tray of the night. The 9th overall for Bradshaw. Full timeout called. So we'll take a 30-second timeout here with our score 48-24 Bradshaw. Back after this.
When it comes to protecting your home from damage caused by faulty gutters, make the wise choice. Call Arizona Seamless Gutters. Don't waste money on gutters that might not stand Arizona's harsh weather. Hello friends, this is Travis Stedman, owner of Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have gutters in all price ranges and gutter accessories including gutter covers and rain barrels. Our custom gutters are better than factory because they are tailor-made for your home. Call 778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality products, people, and service you can count on.
Welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here. 48-24 is our score as Bradshaw Mountain has completely taken control of this game. Lady Bears nailing 9 3-pointers tonight. Ellie Bennett, she has 2 of them. In fact, got that 9th 3-pointer for Bradshaw just before they called timeout. Here come the Marauders. Mathis, bounce pass over to Herrera. Now to Roderick. Herrera goes for a 3 of her own. Misses on that one. Tries to get the rebound. Bumps into Clinton. And now Medor with the jumper. No good. And Woolley comes up with the rebound. Long pass over to Bennett. Bennett with the jumper. Skips off the glass, off the rim. No good. Medor gets the rebound. Dirksen ready to check in for Bradshaw. Ball stolen by Bennett, who gets it over to Newton. Newton into the paint, kicks it out to Bradshaw for 3. It's good! Peyton Bradshaw with her 3rd tray of the night. 51-24. Bears dominating and stolen again. Woolley under the basket, taking the shot. It's good! 53-24 Bradshaw. Roderick with it. Pass on the inside to Herrera. Goes up for the shot. Off the glass, no good. Woolley gets the rebound. Pass the half-court line, and it looks like there was a little bit of physicality there on the part of Cicely Herrera. She gets called for the foul as Rachel Supergan and Brindley Kidd check into the game. Rachel Supergan, who was part of our recent Tri-City Sports Roundup Christmas segment where I asked what local athletes want for Christmas. The one thing she wanted for Christmas was a pair of orange Crocs, and she got them. Showed them off at the recent Lady Badger Winter Classic, in fact. Pass intended for Supergan, almost intercepted by Mingus and then pushed out of bounds by Kidd. Dirksen to inbound in front of the Bradshaw Mountain bench with 6:04 to go in the 4th quarter. 53-24 Bears. Bounce pass over to Mestis. Now over to Mathis. Now Herrera goes for the shot. Hits off the rim and then hits off the wire just above the backboard. And the Bears will inbound. Peyton Bradshaw over to Brindley Kidd. Kidd trying to get around Herrera, bounces it over to Woolley. And we're going to get a foul. And it's going to be an offensive foul. And it looks like that's going to go against Cicely Herrera. Oh, wait a minute. No, actually it's going to be a push. I think there's a little bit of confusion here. I thought they said offensive foul, and it looked like Mingus was going to get the ball. Oh, okay. Cicely Herrera is really upset. I think she got called for the foul. She was giving it to the official. And now she is actually walking out of the gymnasium. So I think Cicely Herrera might have been thrown out of the game. I believe so. Either that or she went out to calm down, but either way, the call was against Mingus. They called Cicely Herrera for a push, and she was telling the referee in those uncertain terms she did not like that. Either way, Bradshaw has the ball, both the team and the player Bradshaw winds up putting it through for 2. And now loose ball. Sierra Woolley gets it from the floor. Pass intercepted on the inside by Dylan Sweeney. To Dirksen. And now to Bach, and it looks like Bach got pushed, and Cicely Herrera now back in the gym. I think basically she just went out in the hallway to cool off because she was very upset by that foul called against her. Jade Bach now goes up to the line for Mingus. And that shot goes through. 5:02 remaining in the fourth quarter, 55-25. A 30-point lead for Bradshaw. Make it a 29-point lead as Bach nails that. Bach 3 out of 4 from the stripe. 7 fouls here in the half for Bradshaw Mountain, 5 for Mingus. Brindley Kidd with the ball now for the Bears. She's going to come inside. Taking the shot off the glass. It's good. Brindley Kidd for 2. 57-26 Bradshaw. Mathis with it. Pass on the inside, and it looks like Bradshaw going to get nailed for a foul as Mestis was passing that, and now Mestis going to go up to the line. I'll tell you what, the first 3 quarters of this game, we did not see very many fouls. I don't know, I guess the officials decided, well, we need to make up for that here in the fourth quarter. So Yaz Mestis, her first shot from the stripe goes in. 57-27. And now we are actually in running clock as it is 3:53 and counting as Mestis makes the second shot. Bounce pass to Brindley Kidd. Tyler Greenway set to check into the game. 3-pointer for Bennett. Off the backboard, no good. And that one is going to bounce out of bounds. Greenway checking back into the game for Bradshaw Mountain. And Ellie Bennett will come out. Mathis with it for the Marauders with 3:16 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Pass over to Mestis. Up off the glass, and it's good. Yaz Mestis for 2. Give her 6 points of the night for the Marauders. Now Hillig on the inside. Bounce pass to Supergan, going for 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. Whistle on the play. Who's going to get the foul here? I think they're going to call it against Rachel Supergan, as Coach Haltom starting to get some of his bench players some action here with a 27-point lead. And it looks like it's Dylan Sweeney who will take the free throw here for Bradshaw Mountain. Misses on that one. Rebound by Shannon Moore, who gets pushed by Dirksen. And the Bears will inbound. Brindley Kidd to do the honors. Second foul of the night called against Dirksen, as Dylan Sweeney comes out of the game for the Marauders. Supergan with it, bounces it over to Kidd. Now Kidd goes for 3, off the glass, no good, and that one bounces out of bounds. And now into the game for Bradshaw Mountain is number 44, who we actually don't have on our roster. Apologies to that player who actually gets the ball and rips it away from Bach. Now over to Hillig. Hillig on the inside. Gets it over to Shannon Moore. Going for three. Off the glass. No good. And that ball will bounce out of bounds into the Bradshaw cheerleaders. Minute 58 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mingus possession. Olivia Gordon with it. Over to Mathis. Past the half-court line on the far side. Guarded by 44. Now bounce to Gordon. Over to Bach. Goes for three. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Bradshaw keeps it in, and then they lose it. It goes out of bounds with a minute 38 to go in the fourth quarter. Marauders to inbound. Mestis goes for the shot, no good. Rebound by the Marauders. Second shot, also no good, but it looks like Gordon going to get called for the foul. As right now, it looks like we can't go more than 15, 20 seconds without a foul being called in this game. I knew this was going to happen. Every time I go to a game where there's not many fouls called for most of the game, the fourth quarter, all the fouls come in like a tidal wave. Oh, by the way, Gordon missed on that free throw. And that foul goes to Kaylee Hillig, her fifth foul of the night. So she will sit down the rest of the game. Next shot on the way by Gordon. That one does not go through. I thought we almost got a foul there, but Bradshaw will just inbound. That's 44, getting it over to Supergan. Now over to Bennett. Bennett moves inside. Up to the glass, takes a shot. It's good! Ellie Bennett for two. 59-30, Bradshaw extends its lead. Mathis with it for the Bears. Pass on the inside, intercepted by 44. And now we get a foul called against Yaz Mestis. So it is bonus time as number 44 comes up to the line. Again, apologies, folks. 44 might have been a last-minute addition to the Bradshaw roster. We do not have her name. As she misses on the first one. So Mingus to inbound. That is number 21, Olivia Gordon, the senior. Over to Mathis. And 1 minute to go in regulation. As Supergan and Mestis collide, and it's another foul. So by my estimates, it's 59 seconds on the clock, but I think this game should be over in another 10 minutes or so, considering all the fouls that we have. Shot on the way by Mestis, and that one gets the good roll. Seven points total tonight for Mestis. She's looking for her 8th of the night and does not get it. 44 gets the ball and over to Shannon Moore. Moore long pass to Bennett. Bennett tries to one-hand it and can't reel it in, out of bounds, and it will be Mingus possession. This game had been rolling along at a nice clip, but here in the fourth quarter, we are going at the speed of molasses, it seems. Shot there by number 34, Hogard. Bach gets the ball at the baseline, taking the shot, no good. Hey, there wasn't a foul there, I'm surprised. Well, as soon as I open my mouth, there's a foul. And I think that's Supergan again. And Supergan showing a little frustration there with her second foul of the night. Jade Bach up to the line where she is 3 for 4. Misses on that one. Double bonus for Mingus. Actually, double bonus or not, that was a shooting foul. And Bach makes the second one. And let's see how long we can go without a foul being called. 33 seconds left to go. Moore up to the basket, taking the shot, off the glass, no good. And here come the Marauders. Gordon with it. Pass on the inside. Shot by the Marauders, and it's good! And now here come the Bears, as they might just decide to hold on to it with 9 seconds left to go. Bennett moving inside. No, Bennett going to go for the jumper, and Bennett sinks it for 2! Double digits for the freshman Bennett. And that will do it for our ball game. Bradshaw Mountain picking up a big region win. 61-34, the final score. Ellie Bennett with 10 points tonight. Also with 10 points, Kendall Newton. 13 points for Peyton Bradshaw and 10 points for Brinley Kidd. 8 points for Yaz Mestis. Chase Dirksen, 6 points. And Jade Bach, 5 points. That'll do it for our girls game tonight. Again, folks, final score 61-34 Bradshaw. Stay with us. We've got the Bradshaw-Mingus boys game coming up after a 10-minute halftime here. I'm John Rust. I'll see you soon.
Hello, this is Greg with Blind Brothers Arizona. You ever get that feeling that good old-fashioned customer service is something of the past? I do. It's frustrating when you call someone and they just don't get back to you. Well, that's not the case when you call us at Blind Brothers Arizona. We not only get back to you, we even come out and show you window treatment samples at your home or business. From the best American-made products, shutters, and drapes, we're the company to call. And we're proud to have great reviews online from our customers. Blind Brothers Arizona, the originals. That's blindbrothersaz.com.
Whew, it's a new year, and with that comes great expectations. This is Steve Seshka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Good nutrition cures a lot of ills and keeps healthy pets and barnyard buddies at their very best. We at Olson's do more than just sell food and supplies. We provide peace of mind. We're always there to answer your questions and are partners with you to enhance your animal experience. We also think that when you shop, you're not just here to get a bag of food. More and more of you want to add brick and mortar to your shopping experience because doing business in a place like Olson's expands your community connection. Here at Olson's, we think local, we speak local, and we care local. And you're not just doing business locally, you're doing business with locals. We do things like feed all the law enforcement canines in Yavapai and Coconino counties for free because we know that budgets are tight. We're Olson's for Healthy Animals in Chino, Prescott, Dewey, Flagstaff, and Clarkdale, where since 1979, good enough just isn't.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. Jason Zunzaletta sitting in with you here at KYCA Studios. We're between games. Bradshaw girls winning 61-34. The boys are practicing right now. We got about 8 minutes to game time. John Rust will be back. So we're going to go silent for a few minutes. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us. Another game coming up. The KYCA Sports Spectacular is on the air. Tonight's game features the Bradshaw Mountain Bears against the Mingus Marauders in boys and girls varsity basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Blind Brothers, House Chilson and Associates, Todd Klein Realty, Olson's for Healthy Animals, Arizona Seamless Gutters, and Prescott's True Value. Now with the call of tonight's game, here's KYCA's John Rust.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here as we get you set for game number 2 of our basketball doubleheader, as it's the boys' turn. Bradshaw Mountain taking on Mingus. Player introductions being made. Bradshaw Mountain looking for the sweep after the Lady Bears dominated Mingus in the girls' game, 61-34, the final score in that one. Bradshaw Mountain, they come into this contest 1 over 500. They are 8-7 on the season. Mingus, meanwhile, they are 2-12. And looking at the all-important Grand Canyon region standings, Bradshaw Mountain with a 1-2 region record. Mingus, they've only played 1 region game so far. That was against Prescott last month, the game we live streamed for you here on KYCA.info. And that was a Prescott win, so Mingus 0-1 in region play. Nate Summit in the tip-off circle for Bradshaw Mountain. Jace Taylor for Mingus, and it's Bradshaw who gets it. And right off the bat, Trip Nestor off the glass, and it's good! Bradshaw Mountain not wasting any time, as Nestor gets them on the board 2-0. And now here's Mingus. Jumper by Taylor, and that one comes up short. And now here come the Bears. Nestor again going for the shot off the glass, no good. Trying to get the rebound is Massis. Now Summit. Summit one-handed puts it through the hoop for 2. Nate Summit. Not even a minute in this game, and it's already 4-0 Bradshaw. Carter John goes for the steal. And Carter John, instead of coming away with a steal, comes away with a foul. So Trip Nestor right off the opening tip-off, getting 2 points for Bradshaw, giving him a 2-0 lead. And then Nate Summit, another basket for a 4-0 lead. Barely 30 seconds into this game, Bradshaw Mountain establishing their dominance. Mingus with the ball. Now Carter John steals it away. Over to Nestor. Nestor gets that one over to number 42, Devin Banda. And now here come the Marauders. Ricciardi with it. Now Ricciardi passes that one over to Bowers. Ricciardi moving inside. Cut off by Banda. Jumper for 3. No good by Trey Peters. And now here come the Bears. Carter John past the half-court line for Bradshaw to Nestor. Over to Banda. I'll pass on the inside to Nestor. Nestor through traffic, passes off to Summit. Summit puts it off the glass for 2. Nate Summit Big guy getting the job done, making it 6-0 Bradshaw with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Pass on the inside, hits off the bottom of the backboard and into the hands of Carter John, who takes it down the far side. Devin Banda with it. Over to Nestor. Jordan Massis. Pass on the inside, knocked away by Taylor, and now Mingus gets the ball. Jaron Bowers. Ricciardi for three, it's good! Anthony Ricciardi getting Mingus on the board, it's 6-3. Bears in the lead, 5:15 to go in the first quarter. John to Nestor, now to Banda at the far corner. Guarded by number 11 for Mingus. And reaching around is Ricciardi on Carter John. John does sink that shot, but the foul occurred before Carter John could shoot. So Anthony Ricciardi picking up the foul for Mingus. Tripped Nestor to inbound for the Bears near the Marauder bench with 5:03 to go in the first quarter. Bounces it over to Massis. Back to Nestor. Nestor pass on the inside. Massis gets it just before it goes out of bounds. Banda setting up the offense, guarded by number 11. By the way, apologies, folks. We don't have number 11 for Mingus on our roster as John makes a running shot. No good. Nate Summit with the rebound, and Nate Summit with the bucket for two. We're not even halfway through the first quarter, and Nate Summit already with 6 points for Bradshaw. Bowers thought about a three, cut off by Carter John. Now Bowers moving inside, double team. Number 11 with it. Bounces that one inside to Taylor. Taylor double teamed, 2-11. Now Carter John with the interception. John pass a double team to Nestor. Nestor off the glass, it's good. What a beautiful pass by Carter John to trip Nestor for the bucket. It's a 10-3 Bradshaw lead, and timeout called by Coach Albert Rodriguez of Mingus. Again, 10-3 is the score. Nate Summit, 6 points so far. Trip Nestor, he has 4. Now Bradshaw Mountain looking for a nice bounce back after their last game on December 28th. A 38-36 loss to Poston Butte at the Winter Hoops shootout down at Cactus High School. Heck of a start for Bradshaw Mountain. If you remember the first live stream of the season we did for Bradshaw Mountain boys, they scored 7 points in the entire first half of their game against Lee Williams. Well, no slow start for the Bear offense tonight, that's for sure. Ricciardi with it for the Marauders. Gets that one over to Taylor. Now to number 11. Again, folks, apologies. Number 11 does not appear on our roster for Mingus, so we are unaware of his name. Trey Peters with it. Peters cut off by Banda. Spinning around, trying to find someone to give the ball to. Banda all over Peters. Now to Ricciardi. Driving the baseline, taking the shot. Misses the net. Stolen by Massis. Over to Carter John. John to Massis. Massis in the paint. Pitches it out to John. John for three. Rattles off the rim. No good. Summit almost got the rebound, but Taylor beat him to it, and here comes Ricciardi for Mingus. Pass over to Bowers. Moving inside. Cut off by Nestor. Now to 11. Goes for the three. It's good. And number 11 for Mingus gets the three-pointer. Carter John with it in the tip-off circle for Bradshaw with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Banda moving into the paint, taking the hook shot, no good. Rebounded by number 11. Trey Peters with it, into the paint, takes the shot, it's good. Trey Peters for two. 10-8 as Mingus has closed the gap on Bradshaw. Banda with it for the Bears. Over to Jordan Massis. Now to John. Banda, pass to Massis. Bears just throwing the ball around. Now Summit with it. Summit trying to move around Taylor, taking the shot off the rim. No good. Right in the hands of number 11. Gets it over to Bowers. And tried to bounce it over to Trey Peters. It hit off his foot and went out of bounds. Anthony Folkstead into the game for Bradshaw. Inbounds it to Trip Nestor. Folkstead gets that one over to number 32, Jake Platt. Ball gets loose, picked up by the Marauders. Ricciardi. Now over to number 11. Taylor swings around out of the far corner, almost loses that ball. Now gets it over to Rodriguez. Back to Taylor. Ricciardi comes inside, gives an elbow to Nestor, no call, misses the shot, and the Bears get it back with $1:25 to go in the first quarter. 10-8 Bears. Summit. Bounce pass on the inside to Folkstead. Off the glass, rejected by the basket, and the Marauders get it. Rebound, Devin Rodriguez. That ball looked like it was on its way in, but for whatever reason, the basket just said, puh. Big block there by Nate Summit on on number 24. Shot by Nestor, no good. Number 24, by the way, Zach Figge. And now Folkstead with it. 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Nestor. Now Folkstead pass on the inside to number 14, TJ Stiegel. Ball out of bounds. It will be Mingus possession. Number 11 with it. Past the half-court line. Mingus setting up their offense. Bradshaw Mountain, all arms extended. Bounce pass to the baseline to Peters. Now over to Rodriguez for three. It's good! Devin Rodriguez sinks a tray, and Mingus now on top, 11-10. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Folkstead trying to set up the offense. Passes it over to Carter John. 5 seconds to go. John coming toward the top of the key. Now the shot and skips off the rim as Platt unsuccessful on that. And that brings the first quarter to a close with the score, Mingus 11, Bradshaw Mountain 10. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the second quarter after this.
You do your best to protect your loved ones, and while you may keep a fresh battery in your smoke detector and have a reliable home security system, there's a whole different type of protection you may be missing. A life insurance policy from Auto Owners Insurance is a way to safeguard your loved ones now and in the future. Meet with your local independent agent and secure a policy today to protect theirs tomorrow. Hi, this is Corey Roseman with House Chilson Insurance. Come see us today at 400 White Spar Road or call 445-4600.
And welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here. Second quarter about to begin in our ball game. And Mingus, who was down early, all of a sudden started heating up. And now they lead in this game 11-10 to start the second quarter of play. And the Marauders, again, they are 2-12 on the season, as they are looking to turn things around here to start off calendar year 2020. Bounce pass on the inside to Figge. Now Ricciardi gets it out to number 11. Bounce pass to Figge. Now Peters. Peters loses the ball, then picks it back up. Scrum for the ball, and they're going to say Mingus does retain possession. Ricciardi flips it over to number 11, now to Peters. Peters with Massis all over him. Double team on Peters in the near corner. Able to get that one out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sweeping around the Bear defense. Gets it over to Ricciardi. Down the inside to Figgy. Ball stolen by Massis. And here come the Bears. Carter John down the far side. Now Banda with it. Back to John. John moving into the paint, taking the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound by Peters. Now, the Bear offense, which started out super red hot, has now gone ice cold, and Mingus has taken advantage. And now the Marauders will inbound with 6:51 to go in the second quarter. 11-10 the score. Bradshaw Mountain trailing by 1. And now Bowers over to number 11, standing in the tip-off circle. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes inside, takes the shot off the glass, rebound by Nate Summit, who gets it over to Massis. Massis almost loses the ball, now passes it over to John. John trying to pass to Summit, and it's stolen away by the Marauders. Bowers on the inside, cut off to number 11 for 3, misses and goes right in the hands of Carter John. And timeout called, a full timeout called by Coach Hillig of Bradshaw. 6:03 to go in the second quarter, 11-10. Mingus will take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Hello, this is Greg with Blind Brothers Arizona. You ever get that feeling that good old-fashioned customer service is something of the past? I do. It's frustrating when you call someone and they just don't get back to you. Well, that's not the case when you call us at Blind Brothers Arizona. We not only get back to you, we even come out and show you window treatment samples at your home or business. From the best American-made products, shutters, and drapes, we're the company to call. And we're proud to have great reviews online from our customers. Blind Brothers Arizona, the originals. That's blindbrothersaz.com.
Welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here. Second quarter of action. It is 11-10 in favor of Mingus. In the first action of calendar year 2020 for both these teams. Bradshaw Mountain with the ball. That's Devin Banda as he takes it past the half-court line. Over to John. Carter John, the reverse Warlord of Mars. Now Nestor, top of the key. Over to John. Banda. Bradshaw just passing around. Now Nestor making his move, taking the shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Figgy. Long pass over to Trey Peters on the far side. Actually, correction, that is Jace Taylor who has it. Taylor with the jumper, and it looks like Banda might have got a hand on the ball. Either way, it sails over the basket. Massis gets it. Over to Nestor. Now Summit. Summit tried for the dunk, and Summit got nailed going up. Actually, it looked like Figgy's going to get the foul. I think Figgy's picking up the foul, but it looked like he got the worst of it going after Summit. Tough guy to stop at 6'7", 215 pounds. And now Nate Summit, who has 6 points tonight, goes for the free throw, and he still has 6 points as he misses that one with 5:17 to go in the second quarter. Second shot coming up for Summit. That one goes through, and we're all tied up 11-11. Andrew Nair into the game now for the Marauders. And he'll get that one over to Trey Peters. Peters with 2 points tonight. Pass. Trey Peters with it. Now over to Bowers. Nair. Bounce pass on the inside to number 13, Lucas Dirksen. Now Bowers with it at the near corner. Bounce pass on the inside of Dirksen. Mingus works it around. Nair comes inside, takes the shot off the rim, no good. Snagged by Banda. Now here comes Nestor. Hands that one off to Massis. Massis under double team, takes the shot, no good. Looks like Peters got a hand on that to deflect the shot. Now Massis gets fouled. No call. 3 for Peters, no good. Sails over the basket and into the hands of Carter John. Now John going to slow it up, give Bradshaw's offense time to get set up. Nestor to Banda, back to John. Now Massis. And we definitely had some grabbing here as Dirksen reached in big time on Summit, and Lucas Dirksen going to get called for the foul. I believe he is the brother of Chase Dirksen from the girls team, who you probably saw earlier. Bradshaw Mountain girls winning that game over Mingus 61-34. Over to number 14 for Bradshaw, Stiegel. Now to Nestor. Carter John. Back to Nestor, going for 3. Skips off the rim, no good. Rebound by Summit. Summit goes up for the shot and gets fouled by Dirksen. Also, folks, Danny Perez in the game now for Bradshaw Mountain with 3:58 to go in the first half. 11-11, Nate Summit going to try to untie the score. He does not. Hits the backboard on that first free throw. Second shot coming up for Summit, who is shooting 60% from the stripe this season. That one goes through, and the Bears are back on top, 12-11. 3:57 to go here in the second quarter at Bradshaw Mountain High School. Bowers from the far side. Carter John all over him. Now to Nair. Peters going for 3. Skips off the rim, no good. John pulls down the rebound. And here comes Bradshaw. Nestor moves inside, dishes it off to Summit. Summit turns, shoots. Off the rim, no good. Who's going to get the rebound? Mingus does. Jace Taylor. Nair with it. Bounce pass over to Bowers. Cut off by Nestor. Nair moves inside. Gets it out to Peters. On the inside of Dirksen. Turns, shoots. Deflected by Stiegel, and the Bears get the ball back. Carter John. Gets it over to Summit. Now he hands it off to Trip Nestor. Nestor dishes it over to Stiegel. Stiegel in the paint, taking the shot. No good. Rebound by Taylor. And here come the Marauders. Nair. 2:35 to go in the first half. 12-11 Bradshaw. Shot coming from Taylor, no good, but Mingus gets the rebound. Nair with it. Nair backs off with 2:20 to go in the first half. Pass deflected by Danny Perez and goes out of bounds. Trey Peters to inbound for Mingus with 2:17 to go in the first half of a 12-11 ball game. Now number 11 over to Bowers. Gets it over to Peters. Peters thought about a 3. Now to number 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Bowers at the far corner. Number 11. Now to Peters. Peters moves inside. Now kicks it out to Bowers. Bowers comes inside. Cut off by Perez. Pass to 11. Now to Peters. Mingus just working the ball around. Peters with the shot, no good. Taylor keeps it inbounds, gets it over to number 11. He loses the ball. Fight for it between Taylor and looks like that was Nestor. And we're going to get a timeout called, I believe, by Mingus with 1:32 to go in the first half. 12-11, Bears on top. Bradshaw Mountain right out of the gate. They looked like they were going to be hot on offense all night, but I'll tell you what, after about the first few minutes of the first quarter, Bradshaw's offense has really cooled off since then. Right now for Bradshaw, Nate Summit with 8 points, Trip Nestor with 4. Carter John, he has been shut out this entire first half. And Carter John, this is a guy who has just under 16 points per game this season he's averaging. In fact, Carter John has scored in double digits in all but one Bradshaw game this year. Bowers hands that off to 11. Jumper for 3. Sails out of bounds with 1:09 to go in the first half. Both teams really in need of a win here to keep pace with some of the other Grand Canyon region teams ahead of them. Mingus 0-1 in region play. Bradshaw, they are 1-2. And here come the Bears. Carter John. Over to Nestor. Pass on the inside to Stiegel, and Peters runs into Stiegel. It's going to be on the floor. Stiegel could not get the shot off before Peters fouled him. First foul of the night for Peters. Carter John will inbound for the Bears with 55 seconds left to go in the first half. Nestor on the inside to John. John in the paint, turns, shoots, off the backboard, no good. And the ball gets loose from Naylor. And it looks like it is going to be Bradshaw possession with 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Carter John will inbound. Over to Nestor. Massis with it. Massis, another one who's been shut out tonight as far as points go. Carter John trying to get around Nair, goes up to the basket, takes the shot, no good. And it looks like Mingus going to get dinged for a foul. And that will be Andrew Nair who picks up the foul. Carter John up to the line to shoot 2, looking for his first point of the night. And he misses on that one. And Carter John, this is a guy who has shot 86% from the stripe so far this season. He'll get one more chance to finally get a notch in the score column tonight. 12-11, Bradshaw Mountain on top in a very low-scoring affair here at the Bear Den. Second shot coming up for John. This time he sinks it, and Carter John is finally on the board. And he also gives the Bears a 2-point lead, 13-11, 29 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Nair trying to get around Massis. And I think Massis going to get called for the foul. A little too much hands in there for Jordan Massis. Just the second foul for Bradshaw Mountain. Mingus with 6 as Jaron Bowers bounces that one into number 11. Now Bowers goes in and misses on that one. Carter John going to pick up the foul for Bradshaw with 15 seconds to go in the first half. Jaron Bowers will come to the line and shoot. Jaron Bowers averaging 10 points per game this season, misses on the first one. Carter John, he has his second foul of the night. Carter John now with more fouls than points, and that is certainly something you do not want to see if you're a Bradshaw Mountain fan. Tristan Wright now checking into the game for the Marauders as Bowers goes for shot number 2 from the stripe and in and out of the basket. Nate Summit couldn't pull in the rebound. Mingus gets it. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Nair, bounce pass on the inside. Picked up by Wright. Now to Bowers. Takes the shot. It's good! Now to Summit. Summit past the half-court line. Takes the shot. No good! And Jaron Bowers, with seconds to go, ties the score. 13-13 as both teams head into the locker room for halftime. So we'll take a 10-minute break here on our live stream. Again, folks, John Russ with you here. Thank you very much for joining us on our KYCA live stream from wherever you are. Halftime here at the Bear Den of the boys game between Mingus and Bradshaw Mountain, and we're all tied up 13-13. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here on KYCA.info.
Whew, it's a new year, and with that comes great expectations. This is Steve Seshka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Good nutrition cures a lot of ills and keeps healthy pets and barnyard buddies at their very best. We at Olson's do more than just sell food and supplies. We provide peace of mind. We're always there to answer your questions and are partners with you to enhance your animal experience. We also think that when you shop, you're not just here to get a bag of food. More and more of you want to add brick and mortar to your shopping experience because doing like Olson's expands your community connection. Here at Olson's, we think local, we speak local, and we care local. And you're not just doing business locally, you're doing business with locals. We do things like feed all the law enforcement canines in Yavapai and Coconino counties for free because we know that budgets are tight. We're Olson's for Healthy Animals in Chino, Prescott, Dewey, Flagstaff, and Clarkdale, where since 1979, good enough just isn't.
Todd Klein with Klein Properties and Investments has been helping veterans with their home selling and buying needs for over 18 years right here in Prescott. As a veteran himself, Todd Klein understands your needs and your questions. That's why Todd Klein is Prescott's real estate authority when it comes to helping sellers and buyers with their biggest financial transaction. Todd is a trusted expert, netting his sellers 5% more money and selling 5 times faster than the average agent. Why should you risk working with any other agent when you can have the best working hard for you? Call Todd Klein and he'll show you his Guaranteed Sold program, ensuring your success every time. If Todd Klein can't sell your home at your agreed to upfront price, he will buy it himself, guaranteed in writing. That's because Todd already has thousands of ready buyers in his exclusive database looking to buy right now. Call Todd Klein today at 928-443-8503. That's 928-443-8503.
And welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Jason Zenzaletta, general manager for KYCA, now sitting in. John Rust is trying to find out who number 11 is. We'll have the report on that as the third quarter starts. The score is tied 13-all between the Bradshaw Mountain boys varsity team and the Mingus Marauders. Stay tuned to KYCA 1490 AM and 103.5 FM. We appreciate it. We're continuing to get reports from the Middle East that there is something going on. Iran did launch several missiles at U.S. forces in Iraq, and we are hearing reports from other sources that the United States is getting ready to hit back, but we don't know exactly what's going on. There were reports that President Trump was going to address the nation tonight. Now we're hearing that that is not going to happen. So keep it here on KYCA. Stay tuned to KYCA 1490 AM, 103.5 FM. We will effort whatever we can throughout the night as the situation warrants. And just stay in touch with the news, folks, because whatever's happening is happening now, or is just getting started. Once again, Fox News saying that the president will not address the nation tonight. CNN said that he would, and now apparently CNN is saying that he will not. So we're not expecting the president to address the nation this evening concerning the situation in Iraq. We will keep you abreast of what's going on if anything big develops through the remainder of this stream tonight. As we are in live coverage of the Bradshaw Mountain Bears high school basketball team. 13-13 tie at halftime. Earlier, the Bradshaw Mountain Lady Bears defeated the Lady Marauders from Mingus. A pretty large score there. Was not in question in the second half. So anyway, that's what's been going on here today. Again, follow the news as best you can, but please keep it here on our live stream. And don't forget to join us Thursday night, 5:30. We'll be in action at the Prescott High School Dome, where the Prescott Badgers, girls and boys varsity teams, will be taking on the Lee Williams Volunteers from Kingman. And we'll have live coverage beginning at about 5:30 on Thursday evening. From Prescott High School, John Rust will have all the action. We'll bring you the live stream here on KYCA, and we're pleased to do so. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook. Please like and follow us on Facebook. We've got all sorts of content and really cool stuff on Facebook. I should know. I put most of it up there. So, take my word for it. You know I've been around for a while. I know what I'm talking about, right? Well, I'm on the radio, so I guess I am. So, 13-13 tie. We're going to pause briefly here on KYCA's live stream. John Rust will be back in just a few minutes, so stick around. We'll be back.
And welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. John Rust with you here. Thank you very much for joining us on our KYCA live stream of Bradshaw Mountain basketball. Right now we are tied up 13-13. And oh, by the way, folks, we have finally identified number 11 for Mingus. That is Peter Calandra, who has 3 points tonight, all of them on a single shot. In fact, just no one on Mingus so far has had more than 2 buckets. Peter Calandra, Anthony Ricciardi, and Devin Rodriguez, all with 3-pointers. Trey Peters, he has a regular old bucket for 2 points. Meanwhile, for Bradshaw Mountain, Nate Summit, 8 points. Trip Nestor, 2 points. Carter John, just 1 lonely little point. And again, I guess you got to give it up to the Mingus defense. Carter John, well, he is the scoring leader for Bradshaw Mountain, and he has just been held to 1 point tonight. We're ready to get going here with the second half of action. And Carter John gets the inbound. Now Nestor on the inside of John. John turns, shoots off the glass, in and out of the basket. Oh man, Carter John just not having any luck tonight. It's making Mingus happy, because I imagine if you're the Marauders and you have one of the top scorers in the region held to 1 point right now, you're happy. You're also happy with that if you're Mingus, as Nate Summit hits that one off the rim, no good. And not only does Nate Summit miss the basket, he also picks up a foul, his first of the night. Marauders with the ball. Bowers coming down the far side. Over to Peters, and the ball stolen by Banda. Banda into the paint, and Banda gets bumped into by Bowers. And official says Bowers was the last one to touch that ball, so it will be inbound by Bradshaw Mountain. Carter John with it. 13-13 our score. John bounce to Nestor. Over to Banda with the jumper. It's good! Devin Banda, his first 2 of the night, and the Bears regain the lead. It's 15-13. Calandra. Now over to Peters in the near corner. Bounces it over to Ricciardi. Ricciardi hands it off to Bowers with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Over to Calandra. Near the top of the key. Hands that one off to Ricciardi. And now knocked away by Banda, and Banda looks like he's going to get the foul. And the look on Banda's face, it's like, what? Are you kidding me? That's not a foul, man. Well, obviously the referee thinks differently on that. So Devin Banda gets his first foul of the night. Mingus gets the ball back. Ricciardi over to Bowers. Goes past the tip-off circle. Now hands that one off to Ricciardi. Pass to Calandra, double-teamed on the inside to Taylor. Now he's pinned against the far corner, still able to get it out to Calandra, who gets double-teamed. Pass over to Ricciardi, and Carter John runs into Ricciardi. Carter John with 3 fouls tonight and only 1 point. And if you're Bradshaw coach Blair Hill, you got to be concerned about that. But the ball stolen by Trip Nestor. Nestor hands it off to Massis. Massis goes for the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound by Taylor. And Bradshaw Mountain having all kinds of struggles trying to get the ball to fall through right now. Ball gets loose. Stolen by Nestor. Nestor with a clear lane to the basket. And he doesn't get the bunny off the glass. That is an NI negative impact for Nestor, and Bradshaw's probably looking at one another going, what do we got to do to score? Mingus might be asking themselves that too. It's only a 15-13 game here in the third quarter between these two sides. Bradshaw on top. Bowers. Bounce pass to Peters. Peters, nice little one-handed hook, and it's good. 2 field goals tonight for Peters. We're tied again, 15-15 the score, 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Massis over to Nestor. Now to Carter John. John, near corner, pass over to Banda. Banda has that ball bump off his body, still reels it in. Now Massis to Nestor. On the inside to Carter John. John! And Mingus going to get called for a block there. And I believe that's going to go against actually Jaron Bowers. Bowers coming out. Coming in, Andrew Nair. Carter John inbound. Nestor, bounce pass inside, bounces off of Nate Summit, out of bounds. Yeah, right now, Bradshaw, man, they just can't buy any luck right now. Nair, long pass to Peters. Now to Ricciardi, going for 3. It's good! On target by Anthony Ricciardi. And we're going to get a foul called against Andrew Nair. And my apologies, folks. I was actually writing down the tray for Ricciardi, so by the time I looked up, that foul was over, so I didn't really see what it was. Whatever it was, I think Coach Albert Rodriguez is taking some exception to it as he has some words with the official. Second foul called against Nair tonight. Bradshaw takes the ball down court, Banda with it, past the half-court line. Bounce on the inside. Now to Nestor off the glass, and Nestor gets the good bounce for 2. Ball hung up for a second or two, but it falls through for Nestor, and it's a 1-point game, 18-17 Mingus. Nair, double teamed, over to Taylor. Now just hands it off to Calandra. Hands that one off to Nair in the paint. Flips it over to Ricciardi. 4:19 to go in the third quarter. Ricciardi swinging around. Now gets it out to Taylor. Driving the baseline is Calandra. Turns, takes the shot. Off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound. Now kicks it out to Nair. Over to Ricciardi. Flips to Peters at the near corner. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. 18-17, Mingus on top. Banda tried to reach in to get the ball from Ricciardi. No dice on that one. Peters with the ball. Over to Nair. And gets that one over to Calandra. Calandra gets the good bounce. Actually, correction on that. That is number 34, Taylor, who gets that basket. And it's 20-17 in favor of Mingus. Massis to Nestor. Banda on the far side. Now Massis coming inside. Goes to the basket and looks like Massis gets whacked going up for that shot. And from his reaction, yep, that's going to go against Trey Peters, the 6'4 junior, and that's his second foul of the night. Jordan Massis up to the line. Massis looking for his first point of the night. Doesn't get it there. I don't know what it is. Bradshaw so far, they have just not been able to make those the first of their free throws. They do get the second one though. Massis 5.6 points per game he's averaging. And again, this is 4 times Bradshaw Mountain has been to the line, and it's played out exactly the same. They miss the first shot, make the second one. Right now, that's making the difference here. Bradshaw down by 2, 20-18. Rodriguez taking the shot off the backboard. And now reeled in by number 32, Platt. Platt trying to go coast to coast, taking the scoop shot, no good, but Platt gets fouled on his way up. And Nair, I think, having a wee bit of a disagreement with the official as he picks up the foul on the block. Jake Platt up to the free throw line. Misses on the first one. To quote the late great Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again. And misses on the second one. But Bradshaw gets the rebound. Jump ball is the call as Massis and Nair fought for that one. It's going to be Mingus possession. Inbounding it will be Devin Rodriguez. Nair trying to get around Platt. Now gets it over to Rodriguez on the inside. Taking the shot, number 24 is Figgy, no good. Bradshaw gets the rebound. Platt coming down court. Gets it over to Banda. Now to Folkstead. Banda bounce past to Summit. Summit goes up. Summit has the ball blocked by Taylor. And here comes Mingus. Well, Taylor going 6'5", so if there's someone out there who can block Summit, it's going to be Taylor. Banda and Rodriguez get tangled up. And it looks like Banda going to get called for the foul. And Banda, I don't think too happy about that. Foul distribution even at 4 apiece for Mingus as Banda out of the game. So is Jordan Massis. TJ Stiegel in for Bradshaw. On the inside to Figgy. Gets that one over to Nair. 1:54 to go in the third quarter. Folkstead rips the ball away from Mayer. Over to Platt, and Platt gets the good roll for 2. Jake Platt tying the game 20-20. And Folkstead knocks the ball away, keeps it in bounds, but Mingus gets it back. Nair. Taylor coming around the arc. Now flips that one over to Calandra with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Three-pointer off the glass. A negative impact for Rodriguez. Here comes Bradshaw. Carter John gets the roll, and Carter John gets his first field goal of the night, and it puts Bradshaw ahead 22-20. Coach Hillick hoping that Carter John can heat it up. They certainly need him to get back in a scoring frame of mind. Carter John was held pointless the entire first half of this game. Now Mingus just kind of taking their time here, with time winding down, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Taylor flips it over to Calandra. Platt right in his grill. Now back to Taylor, 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. He's going to flip that one over to Rodriguez. Folkstead all over him to Calandra. Looks like Mingus is determined to pull off the last shot in this quarter. Rodriguez goes for 3. No good. Who's going to get the rebound? Hot potato, and it's Bradshaw. Platt comes up with it. And the ball gets knocked out of his hands and goes out of bounds with 3 seconds left to go. Big rebound there by Jake Platt. Let's see what the Bears can do with 3. Long pass, lead pass to Carter John. And John, as he tried to reel it in, stumbled. And the ball went out of bounds, and that took a second off the clock. Too much of a lead pass there from Jake Platt, and Carter John just couldn't get a good handle on it. Now Mingus throws it over to Figgy for 3 from half court and misses. And that'll do it for the third quarter of play with our score. Bradshaw Mountain 22, Mingus 20. We'll be back with quarter number 4 after this.
When it comes to protecting your home from damage caused by faulty gutters, make the wise choice. Call Arizona Seamless Gutters. Don't waste money on gutters that might not stand Arizona's harsh weather. Hello friends, this is Travis Stedman, owner of Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have gutters in all price ranges and gutter accessories including gutter covers and rain barrels. Our custom gutters are better than factory because they are tailor-made for your home. Call 778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality products, people, and service you can count on.
And we're back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School in Prescott Valley. John Rust with you here. Thank you very much for joining us on our KYCA live stream of Bradshaw Mountain basketball. 22-20, the Bears are on top as we head into quarter number 4. We got more basketball action coming up for you here on our KYCA live streams on Thursday night. We are at Prescott High School as the Badgers take on Lee Williams. Girls tipping off at approximately 5:30, followed by the boys at around 7. Then next Tuesday, we're right back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School, and it's the big rivalry game, Prescott versus Bradshaw Mountain. We're live streaming that and also have that on the radio side, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM. Devin Banda with it for Bradshaw. Now over to Nestor. As the ball popped out of his hands, stolen by the Marauders, Rodriguez. Now over to Nair. Calandra, knocked away by Carter John, but Calandra picks the ball back up at the half-court line. And Calandra falls down, and Carter John, from his reaction, going to get nailed with the foul, and John's like, oh no, you got to be kidding me, because that's Carter John's 4th foul tonight. Carter John shaking his head. He is like, nope, 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 that was not a foul. I disagree. Definitely not a fun night for Carter John. As I mentioned this before, and it's still true, Carter John with more fouls than points. Bradshaw Mountain to inbound with 7:34 to go. Again, a very low-scoring game here, 22-20. Bradshaw on top. Neither offense just really seemed to be clicking at all tonight. Folkstead. Now Nestor, here the baseline, under traffic, and it looks like Nestor got pushed. And I think they're going to call that one on Andrew Nair. And Nair, that's his 4th foul tonight, inbound to Summit. Now to Banda on the inside to Folkstead. Now Nestor goes for 3. No good off the rim and into the hands of Nair. Again, Nair 4 fouls, but Coach Rodriguez keeping him in the game. Driving the paint, and the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Mingus will inbound. Number 4, Dante Gabaldon, the sophomore. Tipped away, but still Nair gets it. Takes the shot. It's good. Andrew Nair with his first 2 of the night, and we're tied 22-22. 6:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Nestor, bounce pass over to Summit. Summit turns, double team, takes the shot, gets the roll. Nate Summit through the double team, puts it through for 2. And he also puts the Bears back on top, 24-22. Bounce pass, far corner to Taylor. Ball loose. Gabaldon with the shot. Off the rim. Rebounded by Massis, who gives it right to Nestor. Flips it over to Banda. Banda backing off. Now back to Nestor. Folkstead with it. Massis. Nestor. Nestor trying to get around Bowers. Now gets it over to Summit. Summit dribbles through traffic. Takes the shot. In and out of the rim. Summit grabs his own rebound, and Nate Summit goes down hard. And Summit slow to get up. But he's up and he's running. And Nate Summit goes it, and traveling called. I thought Summit got the block on Taylor, and the ref calls traveling. Either way, it works out well for Bradshaw Mountain. They get the ball back with 5:49 to go in the fourth quarter. 24-22 Bears. Here comes Nestor up court. Massis gets it over to Nestor, now to Banda. To Massis. Nestor going for three. It's good! Trip Nestor with a huge three-pointer. Makes it 27-22 Bradshaw Mountain. And Taylor unable to get that little easy shot there. Now Banda from the tip-off circle. Coming down to 5 minutes to go in regulation. Folkstead with the ball, gets it over to Massis. Now to Banda. Nestor almost loses it, now takes the shot, rolls off the rim, no good, out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say last touched by the Marauders. I thought that ball might have clipped the arm of Nate Summit. Well, I guess the official had a better vantage point than I did on that. Trip Nestor to inbound as Calandra into the game. He will replace Trey Peters. Stiegel has it to Summit. Summit through a triple team. And someone's going to get called for a foul. And there are three Marauders there, so let's wait and see what the official says. That is against Andrew Nair, and that is his fifth foul. So, well, bye-bye, Mr. Nair. He will sit the rest of the game for Mingus. And Mingus, they're now down a player for the rest of the game as Nair has fouled out. Bradshaw to inbound. 6 fouls for Mingus, 5 for Bradshaw Mountain with 4:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Folkstead going for three, no good. Bouncing ball gotten by Bowers. Now gets it over to Calandra. And ball rolls out of bounds as players come together. Bradshaw Mountain really in need of a win here. They do not want to get down 1-3 in region play as Carter John back in the game. And talk about an off night for Carter John. 3 points, 4 fouls for him. Richarde. Now over to Gabaldon. Richarde with the ball again. And Calandra. Calandra gets that one off to Gabaldon. Now Gabaldon making his move toward the baseline. Makes the pass, and Bowers unable to keep it in bounds. And I think there are a couple of Mingus fans on the other side of the gym here who are kind of yelling at the ref, no, he kept it in bounds, But the referee apparently has disagreed with them. Now Summit with the ball for Bradshaw, just hands it off to Carter John. John, off the glass, it's good! And now Carter John has more points than fouls. 5 points, 4 fouls for John, and a 29-22 Bradshaw lead. Gabaldon coming inside. Ball gets loose. Nestor couldn't pick it up, but Bowers does. Bowers in the paint. Little hook shot, no good. Bowers gets his own rebound. Through traffic, goes up for the shot again, and Bowers gets fouled with all kinds of white jerseys around him. And I think they're calling this one against Devin Banda. It is, and for Banda, that is his third foul tonight. Both teams even with 6 fouls apiece. And we have a full timeout. I believe it's Bradshaw Mountain who called it, so we'll take a 30-second break here. 29-22, the score. Bradshaw Mountain on top, 3:29 to go. We'll be back with more basketball from Bradshaw Mountain High School after this.
Hello, this is Greg with Blind Brothers Arizona. You ever get that feeling that good old-fashioned customer service is something of the past? I do. It's frustrating when you call someone and they just don't get back to you. Well, that's not the case when you call us at Blind Brothers Arizona. We not only get back to you, we even come out and show you window treatment samples at your home or business. From the best American-made products, shutters, and drapes, we're the company to call. And we're proud to have great reviews online from our customers. Blind Brothers Arizona, the originals. That's blindbrothersaz.com.
Back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School, John Rust with you. Fourth quarter, Bradshaw Mountain on top 29-22 as their offense slowly and surely starting to get it together here. Again, I've said it before, it has been quite the low-scoring affair between these two sides. And both teams really want to get a win here tonight. Again, Bradshaw Mountain 1-2 in Grand Canyon Region play. Mingus 0-1. Meanwhile, you got Coconino and Prescott undefeated in the region. 3-0 for the Panthers, 2-0 for Prescott as Bowers misses on that first free throw. By the way, Prescott and Coconino, they are playing one another right now up in Flagstaff. So one of those teams will no longer be unbeaten in region play as Bowers misses the second free throw. Rebounded by Summit and gives it over to Banda with 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Now to Summit. Bounce pass on the inside. Stolen by Bowers. Now over to Figgy. Gabaldon passes that one over to Taylor, and Taylor going to get called for traveling. Just couldn't stop himself in time. Lucky break for the Bears as Trip Nestor will inbound with 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter. 29-22 Bears. Banda past the half-court line. Now to Carter John. Jordan Massis getting set to check in for the Bears. Banda gets it over to Nestor, now back to Banda. On the inside, ball batted away by Figgy, and now Bowers trying to go to the basket, no good. Bodies rattle around, and it's going to be Bradshaw ball. Bowers running toward the basket, had a clear lane and just couldn't sink it. So another fortunate break there for Bradshaw Mountain. That keeps the score 29-22 in the Bears' favor as Trip Nestor will inbound. Bounces it to Carter John at the far side. Back to Nestor. Long pass to Banda. Banda trying to get around the Mingus defense to Summit. Now John. And Bradshaw Mountain, I think, want to try to slow it down a little bit here. Massis to Nestor, 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter, 29-22. Bears up by 7. And yeah, it looks like Bradshaw Mountain not in too much of a hurry to take a shot here as they're bleeding some time off the clock. As Figgy with a push from behind on Nate Summit. That'll put Bradshaw on the bonus. Summit up to the line to shoot 1-1. And again, Bradshaw Mountain, they have not had the most success with free throws tonight. Full timeout called by the Bears, so we'll take another timeout here, a 30-second timeout. 2:04 to go in the fourth quarter. 29-22 Bradshaw. Back after this.
Help around the house is just around the corner at the store with outstanding bargains of the month. Prescott True Value. This is Suzanne Springer. It's winter and our feathered friends would love a birdseed lunch. Get a 20-pound bag of wild birdseed or a 10-pound bag of black sunflower seeds. Your choice, $4.99 each. The neighborhood birds will be singing your praises. Make your dogs happy with a 47-pound bag of Alpo Prime Cuts, only $19.99. Discover more New Year's savings at PrescottTrueValue.com or visit us at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
Back here at Bradshaw Mountain High School, John Rust with you. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight for the first game of 2020 for both these teams. The Bears with a 29-22 advantage over the Marauders. As the full timeout comes to a close and we're ready to get back to action. Nate Summit will be shooting 1-1 from the stripe. And for many of the times Bradshaw has come up to the line tonight, they have missed their first shot and then made their second. The exception was Jake Platt back in the third quarter. First shot coming for Summit. And Summit nails it. First time tonight that the Bears have made their first shot from the stripe. Second attempt coming up by the big guy. And that one falls through. And it's a 9-point lead for the Bears, 31-22, with 2 minutes to go in regulation. And the pass, Rodriguez intended that pass to go to Calandra. The ball bounced past Calandra, bounced past Bowers, and went out of bounds near the Mingus bench. Bradshaw gets the ball back. And Banda collides with Calandra, and now Mingus gets the ball. Peters bounces it over to Bowers. Now Rodriguez, 1:40 to go in regulation. Here comes Bowers, trying to move inside. Cut off by Nestor and John. Hands off to Peters. Now over to Bowers. Bounce pass over to Peters. Banda right in front of him. Now Rodriguez with it. Inside to Peters. Peters turns, shoots off the glass. No good. Rebound by Carter John. 1:17 to go. We'll see if Mingus starts to foul Bradshaw here to try to get the ball back. A slap. Yeah, there was a slap there by Rodriguez. And for a second, I thought the referee wasn't going to call it. I'm like, dude, come on. That's pretty blatant there, but bit of a delayed whistle there. But the foul goes to Devin Rodriguez, and that will send Carter John to the free throw line. First shot by John, gets the good bounce. And it's a 10-point lead for the Bears, 32-22. Next shot coming for John. Off the rim, no good. Massis gets the rebound, keeps it in, but in keeping it in, he gives Mingus the ball back. Trey Peters. 1 minute to go in regulation. Peters for three. Skips off the rim, no good, but Mingus gets the rebound. Rodriguez, bounce pass inside to Bowers. Now to Calandra for three. That comes up short and right into the hands of Trip Nestor. To John, back to Nestor. And Nestor gets fouled by Rodriguez with 42 ticks to go in regulation. Trip Nestor with 10 points tonight for Bradshaw Mountain. Jake Platt back into the game for the Bears. Also into the game, Nestor sinks the first free throw. Also into the game for Bradshaw, number 12, Kelly Bilefus, son of the former head coach here at Bradshaw Mountain, as Nestor sinks both free throws. 34-22, Bradshaw on top. Now Peters moving in, taking the shot off the rim, no good. Rebound by Carter John. And John past the half-court line, 24 seconds to go. And it looks like Mingus isn't going to bother fouling Bradshaw anymore. Carter John, I think he's just going to stand near the tip-off circle, dribble the ball, and just let the clock wind down as Bradshaw Mountain will now go 2-2 in Grand Canyon Region play as the clock hits 0, and that will do it. Final score tonight, Bradshaw Mountain 34, Mingus 22. Trip Nestor coming up with 12 points tonight for the Bears. Also with 12 points is Nate Summit. 6 points for Anthony Ricciarde of Mingus and 4 points for Trey Peters. Again, our final score, 34-22 Mingus, as Bradshaw Mountain boys and girls get the sweep over Mingus in our basketball doubleheader. Folks, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on our KYCA live stream of Bradshaw Mountain basketball. Again, join us Thursday night. We'll be at Prescott High School as the Badgers take on Lee Williams. 5:30 start time with the girls game, boys game to immediately follow. Then next Tuesday, we're back here at Bradshaw Mountain. It's Prescott Bradshaw live stream and on the radio side. For Jason Zinzaletta and company here, I'm John Rust saying good night, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the KYCA Sports Spectacular. Our next game is Thursday night as the Prescott Badgers boys and girls basketball teams take on the Lee Williams Volunteers. Be sure to join us for that game live beginning Thursday evening at 5:30 right here on KYCA's live stream and the KYCA Sports Spectacular.